So, this is what happens when you don't pay your parking tickets, kids. Pay those tickets. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Black Mountain, Montana. We're down here at the ranch, and I'm noticing that the hay is ready to go. So we gotta get some mowing done. And I think what we're gonna do is... And immediately has a second thought. Yeah. Let's do that. No. Oh. Yeah, no. I was going to use the old tractor. But we are really pressed for time today. We got a lot to get accomplished. And very little time to do it. So let's put the old girl away. We're going to use her in a bit to do some... We'll do some cleanup around the fields and things like that later on if we have time. But I want to get a worker on this, so we're going to run over and get the McCormick. And we'll get the big mower on her. And we'll get her set to work. I wonder... So the McCormick will take the big mower on the front. Let's get that filling. Drop her. Alright, so the McCormick will take the big mower on the front. If we... That mower does not windrow. So if we put the little windrower on the back... So let's grab the mower first. She should do it all for us in one pass. I'm thinking. Let's fold that up so it's a little easier to maneuver. The McCormick can handle all this. It's a big tractor. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to mow it as grass. We're going to windrow it. Is that the windrower or the tedder? Do we have... do we even... Yeah, the red one is the windrower, isn't it? The yellow one is the tedder. If we mow this and windrow it, then we can pick it up in the baler and wrap it. We'll let it sit on the fields until it matures. And then we're either going to A, sell it, or B, I'm not sure if we put it in our biogas plant, what the story is on that. Let's get this hooked up. Let's get the equipment started, and we'll just have a quick look at that, because then I want to get to the... I want to get those cars cleaned up. We've got the semi with the low bed already up near the pond, and I've got the smaller JCB up there. So we're going to do a load of cars this morning, get those off the map. Alright. I'm folding the mower here. I think this will work. I panicked there for a second. It's going to put down the... Oh, it's not. Okay, why did you... Okay, I'll do it. Let's lower the windrower. And let's... I think it would start the mower on its own, but we'll start the mower. Boom. And then she should go off. Why are we not windrowing? I understand that it doesn't want to windrow. It won't windrow. I know I've done that before. But anyway, we'll let it go and do its thing. It's not going to windrow for us. We're going to have to do that as a separate action. We'll let it go and do its thing, and then we'll come back and windrow. Alright. So, the BGA. So, if we put silage in, it's going to turn it into power, methane, and slurry. Okay. So we're going to get paid for it in power. We'll sell the methane. Yeah, we could do that. We could just throw the silage right into the biogas plant. I said slurry. I meant to say digestate. Digestate is... Oh, no, it's giving us digestate. Okay. All right. So we'll let him do his thing. And let's go jump up, find the semi. There we go. Alright, we're on board the small JCB. We got the semi here. We got 8 cars to pick up. It's going to be tight. I might have to back the semi up. Of course, I don't have to be lined up perfectly on the car. Okay. So we're going to have to do, at minimum, we're going to have to do a double stack. To get up here a little so I didn't pick the car up quite right. This is gonna work. As long as the car doesn't... No, the car's back too far. I need it more forward than that. I guess I could put them across the truck, but I don't want to do that. Okay. Nope. Yeah, it looks about right. Probably gotta come back up a little bit. And right there. Okay, that's one. Now, if I can bump that top car to spin a little bit. So that it's lined up a little better, because I think I'm going to pick up 2 at once. Did we test this yet? Can this thing pick up 2 cars at once? So, step 1 is I want to bump that car just a little bit. I'll push it off. I want it to spin like a top. Am I even close? Nope. That's still not close. Go. Okay. Okay. Alright, I can live with that. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's not going to pick up 2 at once. Maybe it'll just pluck the top one off, but that's not usually the way this thing works. Okay, it can. I think I tested this the other day. Alright, let's drop those on. And I think I'll put them on the main part of the trailer. Then I just need to do 2 more stacks. Yeah, it's been a lot easier running in such a tight spot. Originally, I was going to put the semi up on the main road. That would have probably been faster. Fall off. Alright, let's get some straps on that. I'm going to do it now because if I don't, I'll forget. And then we'll drive the track. Then we'll move the tractor. Alright, well that ain't going nowhere now. There's another strap here somewhere. And I think, is there two here or just the one? I think maybe there's two. Oh, maybe it's just the one. One's all we need for now. Alright, we'll move the tractor first. And then we'll move the semi. So once we get these two cars up near the road up here picked up, we're going to drive right on through past our crush plant and then down the other way. And right at the very bottom of the hill, where we break out onto the paved road, there's 3 cars sitting in a fenced-in meadow. I'm making the assumption I can get into the meadow. I don't know for sure. I was driving by the other day and saw 3 cars sitting in the meadow, so it's about as much as I know. You now know as much as me. Once we get that done, we're going to have to tend to the crush plant. It's probably going to need water. It's going to need some more stone. And then I'd like to do some tree trimming up there and knock some trees back on the road going up to the dump site for the crush plant, so that it's a little easier to get in and out of there. And of course we're periodically going to have to be checking back in with our mowing equipment. We've got the cow pasture to mow. We've got the horse paddy to mow. And I wouldn't mind, given enough time, running down along the road and just mowing all of that. I want to, we've pretty much confirmed now our theory that if you mow the grass once, it becomes mowable grass forever. The map grass. So I'm kind of okay with if we hit some of that too. We're doing okay now on grass, but that's only because we have so few cattle. Eventually we're going to be needing all that grass to feed our cattle, but right now we can sell a bit of it or put it into the biogas plant. It'll generate a little revenue for us. And if we get all of those things accomplished, I might like looking at a new mining truck. Something's a little more suited to getting in and out of the quarry, and a little more fit for purpose. All right, so we'll get this guy moved up to the other cars. And if this goes smoothly, I'm pretty sure that the trip down to the bottom of the hill will go smoothly as well. And that'll be a load of cars out of here. Doesn't seem as tippy as I thought it would be. I never thought till this morning when I was thinking this all through, what we were going to be doing today. I realized that I'm going to need to send the JCB down as well. I'll probably put a worker on the JCB, and we'll drive down the semi. And we'll have to have the JCB follow us because we're going to need it to unload. And of course, we're going to have the same problem we had before. We're going to have to actually push the cars off the flatbed because it'll try to grab the flatbed. That's fine. Alright, let's get some straps on this. Or a strap on this, apparently. Should be one here in the middle, too. There it is. Alright. Grab it as much as we can. And we still have room for another double stack there and a single on top of that car. Alright, I'm going to move the semi down to the bottom of the hill. I don't expect any trouble. And move the semi down and the JCB, and we'll pick this up down at the meadow. Guess what we forgot about? We forgot about this car on the hairpin. I am not even sure if I included that in my calculations. I hope I can drive over this tree. Yeah, no issue. So, does this mean that there was only 2 down in the meadow, or have I undercounted by 1? Now we'll have to do a triple stack somewhere. Or maybe carry 1 car on the... yeah, we could do that. Just leave 1 car right on the JCB and send it on down to the recycle center, because it's got to come down anyway. Yeah, good plan. Maybe there's only 2 in the meadow. Although my brain tells me there was 3. Yeah, the Mac came down here like a champ. Wasn't very tippy. And we're probably halfway to the bottom now. So, I'm fairly confident that should not be an issue. Again, let's strap that, because if I don't... Is there another strap here? Okay. I think there is. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Alright, let's redo the strap. Gotta strap your loads, kids. I don't want my fine automobiles scattered all over the roads of Montana. Maybe I should start a car dealership. Anyway. Let's get the, we'll jump down the bottom of the hill. I don't want to burn up too much video time. Alright, bottom of the hill. Got into the meadow. It's connected to the larger area. It has a gate, or an opening anyway. Let's see, we'll grab this one. There is 3 cars down here, so we're going to send one up on the JCB. Could we throw it up on the truck? Yeah, but we don't have to take it off anyway, and the JCB's got to go, so... I don't think we need to really worry about how straight it is. Alright, can I drive straight ahead and not bang into a tree? I reserve the right to bang into a tree. Alright, we'll get these put on the tail end of the trailer here. I don't know, is this a record for us? This is going to be 8 cars on the load, 9 in total. I made this comment before, I don't know what these people were thinking. They obviously came from New York City, and they drove to Montana, and they drove these things. I don't understand. Doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, we're correcting that error. Oh, don't tell me. No. Oh, there's got to be another strap. I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, it's got to be there. There is no way that this truck doesn't have another strap and leaves that big gap. Ah, yeah. There she is. Look at that. Beauty. Alright, load is strapped. Let's get the tractor, grab that other car. and we'll get them on the move. And I suspect this is going to go smooth as silk. We're on the paved road now. We've only got one really sharp turn, or two maybe, the intersection, which we've got to slow down for anyway. So I can't imagine that we're going to have any problems. The only problem I can see us having, pray say, is the worker here thinking that having this car on the front is something unusual. I want to make it super easy. He's up on the road, lined up where he's got to go, right? Sometimes, why didn't I go the other way? Sometimes there is a delay in this anyway. So set destination, and we're going to make it easy. Right? Our worker's still working up on the hayfield. Oh look, beacons and everything. He's a pro. He's a pro. Alright, we're strapped down. Just double check that because, you know, I've never driven away with something improperly strapped and have the contents of my trailer dispersed amongst the road. Did those beacons go off? What? Blocked by an object? Oh, he thinks the car is an object? Target is unreachable. Okay. Alright, fine. Alright. So this is going to be fine. We'll jump ahead until we get the, I'm going to have to drive it myself, so we'll jump ahead until we get down here to the yard. Alright. Down at the recycling center. And I know we've tested this before, but you have to put them in the bin, don't you? Yeah, I think we tested it. And I know we've tried to, I'm going to go to the side anyway because I know this ain't going to work. I think not with this trailer. We tried it with the other trailer and it tried picking up the trailer. And that's a thing. And it's going to do the same here now. So I'm going to end up just pushing them all off and doing it. Which is fine. It doesn't make much difference having this thing. Oh my. Oh. Oh. Yeah, we thought it was going to work, kids, but no. No. She says no. She says, I don't want to do that. Yeah. I thought for a second there it was going to work, but no. This is what the dealership does when the new shipment of cars comes in. That's why they sometimes have scratches. That's how they unload them. I've seen them do it. Then they call them demos. All right, we'll just pull the semi out of the way, and we'll make short work out of dropping these in the bin. I wonder what they're going to get recycled into. Alright, that should be out of the way. We'll make short work out of dropping these bad boys into bin. I think we also tested the way this is now. We're going to have a problem here. I don't think it'll fit in the bin like that. But if I do this, will I be able to get them easy now? What are you doing that for? If I do this... Holy crap. Remember when we were struggling in the... I think in episode 1 here with the little red tractor. We had to get creative in order to even get it up in the bin. This thing here will pick up 2 cars hanging way off the end. I remember at the time saying something like, why do they make these cars so heavy? How are you supposed to get them in the bin? Oh, no. I know. If I'd have cashed in the one that was in there. Are you kids sure that we've actually thoroughly tried this? Yeah, we definitely have. Besides that, it's fun dropping them in the bin. I'm just running into everything. It's like a destruction palooza. I wonder if they're still attached to the tractor. Will it count? It does. Nice. So yeah, so we brought down 9 cars. So that's 1,000 a car, 9 grand. Please don't grab all 4 cars. And we made the countryside better. I'm not a hardcore environmentalist or nothing. I see nothing wrong with someone having a car or, you know, doing those things, but you don't need to throw it on the side of the road. You can dispose of it properly. Well, we're going to test it. Will it see 2 cars? It does. I could... There been an update to this map? Maybe we can drive the truck up next to this thing and just go over and tap the button and we'll see the cars. It is fun dropping them in now. Alright. We got work to do, people. We can't be goofing around. There you go. Alright. I don't know if that's going back up or not, but we do need the semi back up there. And we need the wood trailer up there. So what I might do is run up as far as the sawmill, where I think I left the wood trailer. And we'll leave this trailer at the sawmill for right now. And we'll take the wood trailer up, and then we'll move on to our next task. Of course, in between there somewhere, we're going to check on our worker that's doing our mowing. Alright, in a few. Alright, let's finish loading up this trailer. I think it's almost full. And then we're going to have to top up some the water. I don't even know what the levels are, I'm just making assumptions. Alright. I have no idea. It looked almost full to me. And I lost count. Takes 30 scoops. $20 scoops. 20 scoops. Oop. Bingo bango. I'll move this out of the way so that when I come back, I can make the big sweep. Alright. Boom. Boom. There we go. And Sheila full. Alright. I think this thing's a little bit slow. The wash plant and the brick smelter, gold brick smelter, are all running out of supplies because this thing can't keep up with them. Actually, I think it's stopped now, but I think part of the reason is because it's distributing. It's running out of coal in particular, and I think the problem is that it's also distributing to the biogas plant because it technically can take coal as well. But eventually that'll all sort itself out. And I guess it might be that it's not so much that that this is slow as much it is that they're fast, so. Alright, let's get this moved out of the way. Because I want to bring in the water tanker, and now I'm thinking, did I bring the truck back up? Should be right to my right. No. That's not the truck. Let's put this back where it belongs. And then we'll figure out where I put the truck. Because this water tank should be full. I think I left it filling. Oh, I hope it's full. That's what I get for making assumptions. That's good. Now we're getting enough of this cleared back now that we're actually able to turn the truck around in here without fighting with it. Alright. Truck. Where's my truck? Where are you, truck? Huh? Ah. Apparently we're still down at the lumber yard. Alright, well, this trailer's got to go back up, so I could have sworn I drove this back up. Can't remember everything, I guess. I remember one time I watched a documentary about log trucks on, I watched it on YouTube, but it might have been a Discovery documentary or something like that, but yeah, those guys are nuts. Seeing them driving on some of them log roads and like sheer cliffs to one side of them and going across bridges that are basically planks across rivers is nuts. I remember one guy talking about how the roads and areas were very steep and things like that, and he said there is no way with and the trucks have massive weights on them, massive overloads. So he said there's just no way I can stop going down this hill. Once I start, I'm committed to go to the bottom, and there's nothing can change that. That would be a stressful job. I think in part those guys are thrill seekers. They're just adrenaline junkies. Alright, so we're gonna need this trailer because I want to widen out the road going into the crush plant. So we'll take this up, park it right behind the water tanker in that vicinity, because that's where the logs are going to be coming out. Just load them right on the trailer and take them to the sawmill. Still got a lot of cutting here with to get rid of these dead trees. I haven't taken out the stumps up here. I did a few logs last night. Enough to get a load. Alright, so if I park this, I'll start up here. So let's just park this right here by the end of this road, or just short of it. Then I can bring the logs out and load them. We're going to move the water tanker. I hope it's full. And now that we own that land up there, we might do something about fixing this water pipe situation. Trouble getting under there. Sunk into the ground a little bit, I guess. You probably would too with 50,000 liters of water on your back. I wonder if I were to tuck this water tanker to one side, could I just leave it there? Pretty narrow backing in there. It should probably be in the way. But I could probably park it right next to it. So what I'm thinking to do is drive better. Thinking about doing that. So if I were to back it in like this, or maybe slightly better. If I were to back it in like this, right tight to the rail, it's probably too tight to the rail. Who's the event, Samson? So if I would do something like that, right? And if I were to put a water fill pipe there, would I be able to back the trailer in there and just leave it there loading? Let's unload. Let's have a look at the contents while that's unloading. Oh, spinning wheel. Hello there. Thank you, Spinny Wheel. All right. We want to go to Crush Plant, which is at the very top, isn't it? Crusher. Okay, so yeah. So water should hold 1 million. I'm assuming by the other bars. That means that 200,000 be 1/5. Yeah, that's about right. At 50,000 liters of load, that's like 20 loads of water. Yeah, it's a bit excessive. We're still doing pretty good on diesel fuel, really good on stone. Just calling up the build menu. Alright, so we want to build a tool. Water spigot. Okay. So. Right. So if we had that there, but it needs to face the truck or it won't work. I've had that problem before. So if we were to put that right there like that, right? My question is, that does work, kind of. Okay, that's going to work. So now that will load. It's sitting there. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to hook onto the woods trailer and have a look at widening out this road. In particular, the problem is when I'm in cab, it's fine, but when I'm out of cab, I'm looking at the tree foliage, not what I'm doing. So I'm thinking this row of trees here, right here, right along the road, if we take those out, it will open this up a lot better for getting in and out of here. Yeah, that's my thought anyway. And it's not like we don't got the equipment to do it. So, if I start... kind of fine with those. I have been doing this the other way, so I hope this is not going to be too... Back up. Swing wide. Swing wide. All I'm doing. Can't see anything. No, it's right on that bank. Just get him to stop bouncing. The guy who modded the first one of these, or even made the first one of these, when he was given that job, he must have been like, you want me to what? For a video game? This could be a video game all on its own. Run the wood harvester. I've seen video games that do less. Okay, must be me. Yep, another limb left on. Alright, I'll finish cleaning this up and we'll be right back. Alright, we're picking up the logs now. I'm using the loader because it's much easier to pick up 2 logs, 2 trees at once. That'd be like, I guess, 8 logs. But I'm not, anybody who's watched me for a while knows I am not a fan of articulated loaders. And I've driven an articulated loader in real life, and yeah, I can guarantee you that driving an articulated loader in real life is way easier than driving one here on the game. This, when you're steering all this stuff, that you don't feel that at all. It's as smooth as using a steering wheel on a regular vehicle. And probably if I had I'm using straight up joystick on the P4. If I had a proper wheel and pedals and everything, I might be able to adjust it in properly. So it may just be a PlayStation console kind of a thing. Generally, I find the steering in this game is just horrible. I've tried playing with the settings a little bit on occasion to try to fix it, but it's just horrible. But it's not a I guess you can make an argument that maybe it is a driving game, right? Can I get away with the, the old trick where you strap them on while they're still attached? You know that old trick. Come on, be honest. You've tried it. I know you have. Oh, maybe on the back I'll be able to get it. Look at this nonsense. Jeez, did I actually get that to work? That was totally out of frustration. Okay. Yeah, see, when you're... I think the way this is, it's not going to do it for me. Now it should do it. Jeez Louise with the bows. That's limbs, bows. That's what we call them where I'm from. No? Okay, I'm gonna call that a load if I can get it strapped down. Although once you go past the height, oh, it's doing it there. I find generally once you go past the height of the rails on the side, what tends to happen is it won't strap. It'll strap underneath them. It won't catch the higher logs. But here it appears to be doing that. So let's get in cab. And here's another little trick. So we'll strap it. Ba-ba-boom. Okay. Here's another little trick that I found sometimes works. If you strap it and unstrap it, you'll get the load to settle. But it doesn't appear to be having any effect here now. All the logs appear strapped. Geez, can I get another lift on top of there? Maybe one more log? Do I have just one more log? I have 2. I have 3. Probably not worth it. Alright. Alrighty then. Let's take this down to the sawmill. If we go this way, we can just come right into the back of the sawmill, if I can remember the way there. If we go down by the pond, that's the lane that takes you into one side of the sawmill. So we'll turn off at the pond and go down that way and come back the other way. I find it easier to go that way, it's just I get lost. I'll get lost in the mountains of Montana on some dead-end road headed off into the mountains. That was me desperately looking for the brake pedal. Alright, this next, well, obviously we're going to turn right because that's the main road, but then the next little lane there that we see, that's the pond, isn't it? Yes. We cycle down to the pond. I know there's a lot of people that actually really like logging in Farm Sim. Like, they log on to Farm Sim to go logging. Like I say, this could be a game in its own right. I'm fascinated with logging to a certain extent, but it's sort of, I'm sort of at that point now, been there, done that. I don't want to spend the next 12 hours logging. But there are people that they just love it. Kudos to them. You can say the same thing for harvesting a wheat crop. I mean, could you harvest wheat crops for 12 hours straight? I think a little variety in the game is nice. Mix it up a little. And I like some of the new mods that are coming out that allow you to do different things. Like, have a crusher plant and a gold mine and oil pumps and refineries to make fuels, and they keep the game interesting. Yeah, I'd say half of what the game is... Ooh, Jimmy, no! Jimmy! Oh, baby! I didn't think I was going to save that. She wanted to go over. And here we are. It was rather exciting, but we're here nonetheless. Alright, let's cash this load of logs in. After almost rolling our Mack truck. Let's get a better angle on that. I know you people like to see the logs disappear. Ba-wah. 19,000, boys. Alright, back in a sec. Alright, as promised, we got our new truck today. So it's a proper mining truck, so we're going to be able to look the part and get the job done. Dealing with the trailers is a pain. I'm not too enthused with the fact that this is articulated, but that's life. She kind of takes up the whole road, eh? She's a beauty, though. Alright, we're gonna... I think for today we'll run this up to the farm. Yeah, little... She steers pretty good on the road. She doesn't have that big oversteer like the front end loader has. Very nice. Liking it so far. We'll see how much I like it after I actually use it, or if it runs off the road and crashes and dies. Has a pretty good sound to it. Has a bit of a whistle to it. I guess that's the turbochargers. I don't even know what horsepower this is. It's probably quite excessive. Usually these mine trucks are really high on the horsepower because they're working in pretty rough terrain, steep hills and stuff like that, so they need the horsepower. But we'll go up now. I just want to check on the hay before we call it a day. I want to make sure everything got baled okay. I think it's a pretty high speed at 56 for this kind of truck, but boy, is she ever losing speed empty on this hill. Well, she's holding 16. So we'll see how she does. We got that big hill to climb up to the crush plant. Once we leave the mine, between the mine and the crush plant going up the main road. It's pretty hilly. So we'll see how she does on that. Well, I see bales. So yeah, we got a good cut of grass. We wrapped it. It's going to ferment in a couple of episodes, and we might just leave it lying where it is right now, or load one trailer anyway. And when it's done, we'll let's go around the back. Watch out, moo cow. There's moo cows everywhere. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that purchase so far. We'll give her a good test tomorrow, hauling some rock up to the crush plant. Very nice. All right, well, fields mowed. Got the horse paddy is all mowed and baled as well. My intent is we're going to sell these bales. We're not going to... We have all those over there already piled. So we're way ahead for cattle feed, and we should get another cut or 2 cuts off of this year. And I plan on keeping this as a hayfield. So cattle feed, we're probably good forever on cattle feed. We can produce as much in a year as all our cattle could eat, even with our expanding herd, which hopefully will start expanding soon. But alright, if you like what we did here today, why don't you throw us a like? If you want to see some more, the best way is to subscribe to the channel, and then you'll get notified when I put out some new videos. I really appreciate you coming. Thanks a lot, everyone.